Today, we've got a very exciting video that I'm going to be bringing to you all, and you probably know by the title of this video. We are going to learn how to properly communicate with outsourced video editors. I'm so excited to present this to you. No matter the language they speak, no matter the country they're in, no matter what, you can communicate with them now in your native language due to this amazing software. So let's jump right on in. Okay, so over here, I have Loom, which is what I'm recording on. But if we jump over to HeyGen, we have the best software here for translations for you to get any point across, whether you're trying to make an announcement to your team, whether you're trying to get training over to them. HeyGen is the place to go. Now, as you can see, I have a bunch of all of my training tasks in here that you can see a little live preview of all of the stuff that we have in our program. And I'm going to show you some of those in a minute, but I also want to show you a little bit of the process of what you need to do to go through and record and make sure that you can communicate in the native language of wherever your employees are. Now, at Market U, we have 35 employees that work for us, and all of them are outsourced based in the Philippines. And I am proud to say that we exclusively hire from the Philippines, and they are just the absolute best. I love them all. So shout out to you guys if you're watching this video. Diving into this, I'm going to explain a little bit about how I go about and what my process is for recording training videos or recording announcements to them so that they can get it native in their language and understand immediately what I'm asking them to do. And to wind it back a little bit, the reason why I do this and the reason why it's important to have it in a native language is to reduce the communication loss through the process. So whenever you emit communication and you transmit information, you know 100% of the information. I always assume when I emit information to people who speak in my same language, like my business partner Zach or whoever else, I know that I'm probably going to lose about 20% of that information that's in my head. I'm going to lose in communication. Okay, so that's just from someone who speaks your language and you speak to them. When you're speaking to someone who doesn't speak as their first language, English, like you, I assume that at least 60% of that information is lost, which means you're going to have to repeat yourself a couple of times. So by allowing us to speak in the native language of wherever our editors are based or wherever our outsourced VAs are based, we can now reduce the number of times that we have to repeat ourselves, and we can immediately get the communication of information right across to them. So the first thing I do is I go into Loom and I record the video. Loom is a great software. It's also super cheap, $15 a month, and you can record unlimited videos on here for as long as you want, talking about whatever you want. It's a great software. It's what I'm using right now. I'm moving it. But in reality, wherever you record yourself, then you can take that footage and you can translate it. But this is just a great recommendation, a little bonus that I wanted to provide you guys with. So once you've done that inside of Loom, let's take content scheduling as an example. You'll see that I'm talking here in the video and that I have my screen shared. And this is for some content scheduling for our social media managers that we have over at Market U. It was some training that we were doing for them. So once we've done that in Loom, we can simply hit the More Actions button and we can download that video. So I download that video right to my computer or wherever it is, and then it will be ready for us to go and upload into HeyGen and begin that translation. Okay, so let's go over to HeyGen. When we come into HeyGen, we're going to create a video. We're going to create a video translation. So then you're going to upload the video that we just downloaded from Loom. Okay, so content scheduling right here is that example. So I'm going to drop that in for us. We're then going to hit create new translation, and this is where the fun begins. The original language you can put in or it can detect, but I always just put in, it's English. Then we're going to put the target language or languages that we're looking to translate to. Okay, so I may put, for me, I'm going to do Filipino. I'm going to add another language. Maybe I'm going to do Spanish. And maybe I'm going to do another language. Let's say I just want to do French too. We're going to do French. Okay, so now that you've selected all of your settings, what we're going to do is we're going to hit submit. So I'm going to hit submit on that content. It takes a minute just to upload into there and then send off. And then you'll see it will begin taking that translation. The translations take, anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, depending on their length and all of the different types of things. You then have the finished product. So I'm going to play that finished product and you guys are going to be able to hear me going from English to speaking purely in Filipino, Tagalog, to my team. So this is the initial version, the English version.
I'm going to do a test recording here to see if I can properly translate my speaking using HeyGen. Excited for some new training coming. I'm going to keep this going for a little bit more so we have kind of 30 seconds of footage to play with here. But it's a lovely day here in Nashville, which is where I'm at. And yeah, that's 30 seconds. So let's see if it works.
Now, finally, the Tagalog version.
Gagawa ako ng isang test recording dito upang makita kung maaari kong maayos na isalin ang aking pagsasalita gamit ang HeyGen. Excited akong makita dahil sana ito ay talagang makikinabang para sa pagsasanay. Patuloy kong gagawin ito ng kaunti pang oras. Kaya meron tayong turnkey segundo ng footage. Pero ito ay isang magandang araw dito sa Nashville. At oo, iyon ay turnkey segundo. Kaya tingnan natin kung gumagana ito.
You can see how effective it is and how my mouth is moving in sync directly with what I'm saying. I hope this video was valuable in teaching you a little technique that's going to help revolutionize your business and what you are doing. Subscribe for more content like this and more tips that I'm using to make my workflow a little bit more efficient and make my life a little bit more simpler when it comes to running multiple businesses. This was Rio. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.